Peace and light. This is Tammy C. Allgood with Tam's Yams for Wellness Living. And today I just wanted to share with you guys a subject of mine that I've been going over and over and over again in my head, just keeping me on track about what it is that I'm doing with my life, and that's trusting the process. Back in 2019, I was going through so much. I had so many people that I loved so dearly depart this life, and some of them who passed on in some ways that was really hard for me to grasp hold to. And so I had got to the point where I was just so hurt and broke down and disappointed, and I felt like I was lost, because one of those people was, my pillar of strength, my grandmother, who was always there for me, and I could call and I could go to and take care of and love on and all of that. And she was gone. And so I had made a decision that I was going to move, that I needed to relocate. I needed to move on to a different location. I just needed to get away, and I wanted to get a fresh start and everything. So I moved to another city. Everything went well as far as me finding a job and getting a place to live, and then, other things took place, in my life. It part of it was, my reasoning for going didn't work out the way that I desired it to. So I ended up making a decision, after about a year, to come back to my hometown. And so that's what I did. I had took the twins with me, and the twins ended up coming back with me to our hometown city. And, I had to start from scratch, but God was there for me and got me through all of that. And what I did was, ended up just reevaluating my life, reevaluating everything that I had went through and that I was going through, and looking at where I wanted to be and what I desired to see in my life. And so I knew that I had to make necessary changes. But I had plans, just like I had plans to do other things, and the divine said no. There were bigger plans that were laid forth for me. And so everything that I wanted to do personally ended up getting put on hold, and I had to go through what I had to go through to get to where the divine wanted me to be. So what happened was, I just had to submit. I had to submit. And with that submission, things started to fall into place the way it needed to fall into place. And I wasn't going through all the pain and the agony that I was going through before, trying to do these other things, because then I realized that those things that I was trying to do prior to, that was me. That wasn't the divine. And one thing about that, is that the divine will allow you, it's permissive will. So he will allow you to do whatever it is that you choose to do with, hopefully you have the knowledge that there's going to be repercussions for everything. You know what I'm saying? So with those decisions that I made, I had to deal with the consequences of those decisions. And so I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I have to stop wanting to do my own thing and trust the process that God has laid out for me. And with doing that, what ended up happening to me was that my life took the turn for the better. I had to face a lot of demons within myself, and face a lot of demons that were around me, seen and unseen. And with that being said, there's seasons for everything. And we have to realize when God is moving you in a direction, and you can't pull everyone along with you, no matter how much you want them to be a part of your life, a part of whatever it is that God may have going for you. If it's not meant for them to be there, guess what? They're not going to be there. And sometimes they will depart in ways that will leave you stagnant, that will leave you stunned and surprised because you didn't even know that it was that way. But, you know, the divine is the one who judges the heart. So you just have to be okay with whatever decisions that people make and trust the process that God has for you. And they have to trust the process that God has for them. So I'm just grateful that that I was able to submit myself to the process. And I stay in prayer about it constantly because I still have that part of me that want to do my own thing. And then it's like the child that touches something hot. You know, once you realize that it's pain, you kind of think, especially if there's another way that you can go, that will alleviate the possibility of you getting burned. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just wanted to touch bases with you all today. I hope that you all have an amazing day, a prosperous day. I am Tammy C. All good, up Tams Yams. And I'll touch bases with you soon. Peace and light.